There ain't no grave can hold my body down. There ain't no grave can hold my body down.
Hey guys, what is up? This is FPS Junkie here, coming at you guys with a little Modern Warfare 2 gameplay commentary. We got some team deathmatch on Overgrown. This is, I do believe, like a 33-4 or 33-5, something like that. But and I get, I think, a 14 kill streak, so it's pretty nice little gameplay here. But I had a few things I want to talk about. One of them was that I'm playing a lot more of Modern Warfare 2 now. I don't know, I'm still playing Black Ops. I mean, I got tons of gameplay for Black Ops, but ever since I just got this game, about, I don't know, I don't want to say, I think it was like last night, I don't know, it was a while ago, but anyways, ever since I got this, it made me just want to play the game, because, you know, kill streak horning and stuff like that is fun. But so you guys will be seeing some more gameplay footage of this and, you know, all the other Call of Duties like I have been doing, and also still Black Ops, because there's nothing wrong with Black Ops. Everyone complains about it, but I don't see any problem with it. It's a good game. People just need to stop complaining. But one of the things that just happened to me just today is, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm 17 now, and I've always worked if it could be half-ass jobs, you know, kind of just jobs that are people pay you to go do something and go do this. People pay you to mow the lawn. People pay you to paint their house. You know, just jobs like that, and not actually having an actual employer. I've always worked jobs like that my whole life, because where I live, and of course right now, it is so hard to find a job. I think I've applied over 100 times at many different places and nothing. It's just so hard to find a job. And to be honest, it's not in what you know, it's who you know. So just remember that. But anyways, I have always worked jobs and stuff like that to you know, get money and stuff like that. But I've been busy for the past year and a half, just extremely busy and stuff like that. And with school and doing those odd jobs, working to get money, that I kept putting off going in and taking my permit test. I kept putting it off. And finally I'm like, you know what? I need to go in there and get this permit deal. Where I live, it is extremely hard to get your permit. I mean, I'm not going to tell you where I live, but where I live, it's extremely hard to get your permit. You have to go through a bunch of hoops. Not necessarily a bunch of hoops, but the questions that they ask you, are just ridiculous. I mean, there's some places that you can go into that are in my area that you can go into, and it's like a 10-question deal. You answer them, boom, you get your permit, you're good to go. But where I live, it's like a 50-question deal, and you have to go through it. It's a pain. It really is. It's a pain, and you can only miss like 7 or something like that, and it's a pain. Well, when I first turned 15, I thought, oh yeah, I can do this. So I just went straight in. There, and just took it. You know, I read the book, but I wasn't really paying attention to the book. You know, like people, like kids do. You know, they read it and they think, okay, I read it. I know what to do, but that wasn't the case. I read the book and I went in there and I failed. So I went in the very next day and I failed. So I went the very next day again and I failed. So I was like, oh no, no. So I waited for quite a while. Like that kind of brought me down. You know how when you fail something, or you know, something like that when you're younger, it kind of puts you in a state of, well, I'm never gonna be able to do it. Then I suck. You know, I'm a failure, and you just don't want to do it. Well, when I just turned 15, that was my state of mind. I was like, you know, it's like I'm not ever gonna pass it, so there's no point and stuff. So I waited, and I was like 16, almost 17 before I took my permit test again. And I had failed that also, but that was because I had decided that I wasn't gonna read the book. And stupid tactical insertion. Look at this. I wasn't gonna read the book and just try to take it, because I was thinking that reading the book was just throwing me off. So I went in there without reading the book for like over a year to to take this test, and that was a mistake because I failed. So that was like my fourth time failing, and I was starting to get to the point where I was like, okay, this is stupid. I mean, I don't understand this. Well, my dad, he failed 5 times before he decided to. No, he failed 4, and on the 5th time he decided, I'm gonna read the book. He read the book and he passed. My mom failed 4 times, no, 3 times, and passed on her 4th. But they all passed first time on their actual driving test to get their license. But this is just written test we're talking about. And so I here recently today I was in running errands with my mom for my grandma, getting groceries and stuff like that. And here, you cannot do testing after 4 o'clock. So that's one of the reasons why I never really had time, because school and all that stuff, it was just, you can't test on the weekends, and you can't test after 4 o'clock. So it's kind of hard to get in there to try to take the test. Well, it's Friday today. It is April 29, 2011, and I was just in there, picking up stuff off the shelf, and I was just like, you know what, Mom? Take me in to do the test, because I've been reading my book every night before bed, reading the book just for something to do, because I like reading before bed. Here recently I started doing that, and I figured, why not just read the driving book? So I read a couple of pages in that, and I said, Mom, just take me in, because this is ridiculous. I waited too long, and I keep putting it off, and we got a free day, so let's do it. So she took me in, we filled out the paperwork all over again, because I hadn't been in there in ages, and she filled out the paperwork all over again. And I asked to take the paper test, not the computer one, the paper test. And she says, oh, we get a higher percentage rate if you on the computer than we do the paper. I said, I don't care, I want the paper test. It's all the other ones I did computer. So I took the paper test, and there's like 5 pages long, and I'm doing all of it and stuff like that, reading the questions, doing it, and I kept second guessing myself. I'm like, oh, come on. So I finally got done. I went over my answers, and I took it up to the guy, and he told me to go sit down, and he'll grade it and let me know if I passed. So I went and sat down. He kept looking up at me. I'm like, oh, God, why do you gotta do that? He kept looking up at me. Then he calls me up, and he goes, Colton, get up here. And so I'm like, okay. So I get up there, and he had highlighted the ones that I missed, and he's like, these are the ones that you missed. And he's a real strict kind of guy. He's like, these are the ones you missed, and he slides the paper, and I'm like, great. That's pretty much, I failed. But then I started looking, he highlighted them, and you can only miss 7, and the ones that I missed were only 4. And I turned and looked at him, and he smiled, and I said, so I passed? And he's like, of course you did. What, did you think you were going to fail? And I said, well, yeah, kind of, but sweet. And I was just freaking going crazy. So that's my little story today. I'm just excited. I finally got my permit. Long road to putting it off. It wasn't so much the fact that I couldn't pass it. It was the fact that I kept putting it off. Like when you get in a rut where you're kind of like, you do something and you fail, you don't want to do it again. You're like, God dang, I just don't want to do it again. And that's what I did, and I waited for so long. So I just decided, you know what, take me in. I passed, and so, yeah. A couple months, I'll have my license, I'll be good to go. But anyways, guys, please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.